So, once again, welcome to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the participants, because we have many people from across the world. Um, why are we talking about this course as of now? As most of us are aware that we are facing many kind of environmental challenges, ranging from climate change, biodiversity, air pollution, etc. And at the same time, you have data of various kinds on these issues that we all of us would like to use for various purposes. And the data exists in various formats. It exists in the form of static data, in reports, in PDF files. Same time, you also have data which is the spatial data, okay, where you have data along with the location, and that could be again in various formats. And so most of us would like to access the statistical data and make our lives easier. We can do the interpretation without the data at the same time, but the limitation in that case is it is static, it is not real time. Okay? In that case, so in such a scenario, what we have found that the spatial data has been really very useful. It's also real time, and so it's more updated. So, as a researcher, as a communicator, as a policy professional, as a media professional, we obviously prefer this if asked for. Okay, and in this context, there are many tools available in the market. There are paid programs, free tools, and GIS is an interesting tool that can be used to optimize this kind of data. Again, within GIS, we have free tools, paid tools. For example, ArcGIS is a paid one. Okay. But in this program, we'll talk about how to use QGIS. It's a software that it's open source, free to use. How all of us will be able to use this to extract spatial data, make sense of it, visualize it in the form of maps and other formats, and then convey research findings or reports. Or as a reporter, you can also include these maps in your stories, which means so now you will be able to use this tool that we cover in this over the next 1.5 hours or so. Okay. But most of us, you have also asked me that we are not experts, we're not technical experts. So let me clarify one thing. So this program is all about that. It is the purpose is to make all of you get familiar with this tool, okay, so that you're confident to use it. Okay. And believe me, both of us sitting over here, my colleague Kulaha and myself, we have learned this on job. Okay. And it's a very simple tool. If you have learned to use a computer, I'm sure you will also learn to use this tool. So that's the first thing I like to say. So be very confident. Okay. So you may use. So my colleague Pulaha will introduce you to some technical terms. So don't get scared with those terms, because it's good to know about these terms. But I could say with a lot of confidence is that what we have experienced in the past is people who have joined this course have been able to use it. Okay, and despite them being non-technical people. Okay, so and I'm sure that we'll be going at a very slow pace. So just be a bit patient, because in this group we have people who also are aware of these tools. Okay, but we also have people who are new to these tools. So let's also balance out. Let's balance both expectations. And so we'll go a bit slower. At times we'll also get impatient. Okay, but just be a bit patient with us. And I'm sure all of us will learn by the end of this 15 days. Today, so we plan to have 3 such live sessions. Today is the first live session. And the purpose of this live session is to introduce you to basic concepts and help you download QGIS and, of course, extract data from the QGIS. That's the first thing that you'll be learning. But once again, just be at ease. And I'm sure that by the end of this 1.5 hours, you will learn a new skill. And just one more message, while talking about downloading QGIS, many of you may get stuck up due to various reasons. So don't get scared with that. just move on. Okay. So if you're getting stuck up, just be patient because this entire session will be recorded and also shared with you. That will be used later on at your own pace. So just focus on the session that Pulaha will take over. Pulaha is the one who will now lead the session for the day. And Pulaha, just you can just talk about yourself and then start.
Hi everybody, I am Pulaha Roy. I'm a data correspondent with the Down to Earth magazine. And first thing I'll do is I'll share my screen. Stop. And we'll start this slideshow. Yeah, so I'm a data correspondent with Down to Earth. I report on a lot of stories, especially which are basically maps, special maps, charts in those forms. Yeah, so what is GIS? Okay, we have been hearing about GIS. So what is GIS? So this is according to the United States Geological Survey, also called USGS in short form. A geographic information system, so that's the full form of GIS. A geographic information system is a computer system that analyzes and displays geographically referenced information. Okay, so what that means is, so it reads and it analyzes, it processes the data which has some kind of geographic information. Okay, like so why I'm focusing on the word geographically referenced information is, like, if you just try to upload an Excel file or a CSV file in QGIS, like the software that we are going to use, it won't be able to understand. So it needs sort of a special type of data which is called geographically referenced information. That can be a latitude, longitude. That's the kind of data that GIS is looking for. It uses that data to link to geographic location. So that, in a nutshell, is what GIS is. Just very fancy terms and all, nothing to get phased about. And how can we, so why are we here basically? So we have people from a lot of different backgrounds. We have professors, academics, we have people from the research, we have journalists. I'm a journalist myself. So like, is it only to use, is it only to make maps? Like, is only used to make maps? Absolutely not. GIS is used to get on decision. And the best way for me to explain that is via this map. Okay. This map that you see is from, and this is one of the first instances of humans using GIS, okay, to troubleshoot in real life. Okay, so and this map is from 1832. It's the map of, it's called the map of Exeter. It was done by a physician called Thomas Shapter. Okay, and what you're looking at this map is basically, it's the town planning map of the town of Exeter, and these red buildings that you see are the ones where you had cases of cholera, like you had cholera patients. Now it'll be a stretch if I go on to say, like, this map was the sole reason for people discovering what are the reasons behind cholera breakouts. And by the way, during that time, like, cholera was a huge problem across the world. Okay, so you didn't know what was causing cholera, and this was one of the first instances where someone actually mapped what's happening, okay, house by house, to see if there is any pattern or not. And in the next, like, after this, so this map came in 1832, and I think after 15, 16 years, people actually found out that it's that water contamination that's leading to more cholera cases. But this was the first instance where we actually started, mapping disease. Okay, and this happened in 1832. So what I'm trying to say is, anyone can use GIS. Anyone can use GIS. It doesn't matter whether you are only interested in maps or not. You can be from any sector. It can be ESG, corporate. It can be, you can be a designer, you can be a journalist, you can be an academician, and you can still use GIS for your benefit. So that's the so that's that. Moving on to the next slide. And how do we use this GIS technology? This is the symbol of QGIS. This is how we use GIS. I mean, there are other softwares and all which will understand GIS technology. The one we are focusing on is QGIS. And as like ma'am had mentioned, why we are using QGIS and not some other GIS platforms, say like ArcGIS and all, for the simple reason that QGIS is open source. Everything is for free. You don't have to pay for anything here. Okay. So that's the biggest reason why we are using QGIS, because like, other softwares like say other mapping softwares like say I think you have ArcGIS that's paid, you have Tableau that's paid. But like for special maps and all, you need like if you don't want to pay anything, then this is the software to go. And moving on to the next slide. And
Hi, can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, please go
Uh,
ahead.
wh- what's the difference in the output that is generated
It's
in
all the same.
QGIS versus?
It's all the same. Like if you want a PNG, it'll export a PNG. If you want a video, it'll export a video. So everything remains the same, and you don't have to pay for anything.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
there's no difference in the output that gets generated, right?
absolutely. You can do whatever you want with. So it doesn't matter like what you're using, whether it be QGIS or ArcGIS. Okay. What
Okay,
matters is what you're trying to do. That's more important than what software you want to use. Right?
okay. And there's no difference in like the kind of resolution that
No, no,
gets.
absolutely not. No.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
And so yeah, and what could be done using QGIS? Like you guys want to know like what can be achieved. And this is the first map. This is a story that I did for the magazine where we map like how India is going to warm when the world's average temperature is going to be 1.5. Currently, I think we are 1.5 now.
Yeah.
We are, yeah. So we have reached that. So let's see, like, if this scenario is going to unfold or not in India. I won't get into the details of it, but that's one way of doing, like, that's one way of using QGIS. The second one here is a map of Aravalli that we mapped. So Aravalli was in news, remember, like in December, like when the court allowed mining. And the red spots that you see are like the places in Aravalli which will be exposed to future mining operations. So these are the kind of analysis that you can do. Moving on some more. This is how the world is going to look 250 million years from now. Again, and I promise this is the last one. This is a map of Joshimath. Joshimath is this municipality in India in the state of Uttarakhand, and this place is sinking. So that's what we tried to analyze. That's and if you see, it's not just which areas are sinking. It's also like you see these black spots, you see these black lines. These are roads. These black polygons are houses. So you can do multivariate analysis. Okay, it doesn't have to be just one dimensional. You can put in other layers as well to understand what's at stake. So these are the kind of analysis that you can do with Joshimath. And moving to the, yeah. And so what are we going to achieve? Very good question. What are we going to achieve today? We have been only talking about QGIS and all. So what are we going to achieve?
Pula, let me ask interesting, it's a basic question to everyone.
Okay.
What is the main reason for joining the course? Because unless they care about that, this answer will not be clear. Okay. Can you just type in the chat whether you are joining this course for research, for communication, for academic learning, for policy work, or for personal interest, or just skill building? Can you just write in the chat? Just one word. I'll just repeat once again. Just mention your main reason to join the course in one single word. For example, research, communication, academic writing, academic learning, policy work, skill building.
Let's see how many people are research, personal interest, research, climate mapping. We have one answer where they want to shift to QGIS because it's free.
Interesting. So people are clear about why they are here.
Yeah.
That's really good to
Yeah,
share that.
very focused.
Very focused group that we have.
Yeah.
It's really good news. So now, Kula, now they can answer your questions. So please take over now.
So what are we going to achieve today? Which is from this, something like this, to something like this. Okay, but in between, there'll be a lot of steps. Don't get phased out if you don't understand in the first place. It's absolutely fine. We have all been through this situation, but one step at a time. Okay. So from this, these are like it's very ugly map, honestly, if you ask me. To something like this, which is more meaningful, but there'll be a lot of other contexts as well, like what are we talking about? What is the data on? How can we load the data? A lot of things to cover. So let's get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'll just share this in the chat, this link. I've shared the link here. Can you just click on the link and you'll come to this page? This is the QGIS page from where you download. And if this page is open, what you have to do is like you will see this first time you're going to see this message and you're going to skip it and go to download. And now it depends what user you are. Okay, like I'll start with Windows because I'm guessing that's the most that's what most of the people are using for Windows. So once you click on Windows here, you come here, download LTR 3.44. Just go for the download long-term release, not the download 4.0, because that might not haven't used it.
You're not audible, your voice is cracking.
Myself. So version now.
Your voice is breaking, sir. You are not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. So yeah. So if you're a Windows user, come to long-term release. Not the
Excuse me,
latest.
can you repeat the last few sentences or last few slides?
In this page, are you in this page? Hello.
Because your voice was cracking, I'm just asking you to.
Yeah, I'm asking you, sir. Like, are you on this web page? Like, do you have the link to this
Yeah.
page?
I'm
Yeah. So, okay, starting from first. So if you are on this page, this is the download page of QGIS from where you're going to download the software. And what I was getting into was and it depends on like what you're going to download, okay? Like what user you are, whether you're a Windows user or a Mac user or a Linux like that. So if you're a Windows user, you come here, you click on Windows and you come to long-term release, the first option that you see, okay? Download LTR 3.44. That's all you have to do. You can ignore other things. Just go ahead and download this. Now, when you're trying to download this, what's going to happen is it depends on your internet speed. Like if you have a good internet, it's going to like maybe take 5 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes, like that. So that's one thing that I just wanted to warn everyone because a lot of times what happens is people get phased because it's not downloading properly and all, but that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely okay. We just wanted to go through this step because this is that one step where everyone has some kind of issue, and they always want to know how do you go ahead and download. So if you're not able to download the software, you won't be able to work on it. So I just wanted to run through this step before we actually move on to QGIS. So that's that. Now that's Windows. If you're a Mac user, again, here, the long-term release download LTR 3.44. The same, just go ahead and click that. We're going to wait, don't worry. Let's go ahead. I have it installed in my computer. So I'll just wait for you guys to just install it yourself. Just go ahead and download the steps that I showed, like the download the LTR 3.44. I think it's the same for both, like whether you are a Mac user or a Windows user, the option will be the same. But if you're a Windows user, please don't go ahead and install the Mac version. So it won't work. Any questions?
And how about downloading the latest release, like the 4.0 version?
Yeah, you can do the 4.0 version, but what happens is what QGIS does is like normally what we do with QGIS is we always go with the most stable version, okay? Because they're always adding new features, but those new features might not be compatible, right? So it's always good. It's a very good practice to always go for the most stable version, which is the LTR 3.44. If that
Okay.
answers the question.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Normally, it shouldn't be an issue. The version and all, it's fine. Like, if you want to still go ahead and download the version, it's fine. But the best practice is go for the stable version.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone having any issues with the download?
Yeah, the 4.0 version will download, na?
You can download the 4.0 version, but I would suggest you go ahead and download the 3.44 because it's the most stable version. And by stable version, I mean something that's not going to crash that easily. It's more compatible. Okay, so that's what I meant by a stable version. I see a question like, what is a stable version? So to answer your question, that is a stable version. Okay, someone has downloaded. Great. Just have some patience. I'm just waiting for others as well. We'll wait for another couple of minutes. For people who have already downloaded, to just go ahead and open it on your system. Okay, wherever you have downloaded it, which drive you have downloaded it, just go ahead and open that. You see the icon of QGIS. Just go ahead and click on that, and it's going to open. And just wait for us. We'll just wait for like another 2-3 minutes before we go ahead. Is anyone having issues with opening it? Like if you have downloaded,
It's asking to like open with an app on the system. So does that usually happen or
can you
uh,
share a screenshot?
uh, so this is my office laptop, so probably that
Yeah,
could be the reason it's
on your office. Yeah, yeah. So that's an issue, like because you have to give them the permission. So
okay. So
yeah,
I think I'll have to
yeah, yeah,
figure
yeah,
out from IT in that case. Yeah.
yeah. Because there's this problem with giving a permission to. So you have to restart the download, Mr. Raval. You have to restart the download again. I think the download failed.
Yeah, hello. I'm getting a message that it's QGIS is not commonly downloaded. Make sure you trust QGIS and so on. But then, and it says see more, but I'm not able to. I mean, I don't know what to do next.
I
Uh,
also got the same message.
yeah. So what's happening is like again, are you using an office laptop, ma'am?
Not.
No, no,
So
I'm not using an
I'm
office
guessing
laptop.
it has to do with some like giving permission. Okay.
Okay.
Or like someone saying click on run. So just click on run once.
The smart screen prevented an unrecognized app from starting. So running this app might put your PC at risk. So should I run it anyway?
Just one minute. Just answering a couple of questions. Yeah, please go ahead. Someone had a question, right? Mr. Mustafa is saying like it's your office laptop. So yeah, it's not like compulsory to download now. You can just see the video This is all recorded session, so you can just like once the session is over, you can go ahead and try the steps yourself. So that's fine. But I just wanted everyone to, because it's also a live session, so the more you do like do this live, the better it's for the participants. So that's the point of having a live session.
Sir,
Uh,
actually, sir,
yeah.
I am also facing the same issue right now.
Yeah, that's fine. Like if it's office laptop, then that's a permission thing that you need to ask your office.
No, sir, it's actually my personal laptop, and I'm not even getting the run option. Like I only have few options that report this app as safe, and then there is one cancel option or delete option.
Just 1 minute. So someone just Praveen just shared the screenshot. Yeah. So so if people are getting this error, just tell me like, did you guys which version did you download? Like,
Sir,
was it this one, the Windows desktop download NTR 3.44?
yes, sir.
Are you sure about this, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you just like just download it once more?
Okay, sir.
So Ujjal is saying there should be a link below the text to go run anyway link. Is there like, can you see it once? You can just check once more. Maybe you might have just missed it.
Yes, sir. Let me see.
Yeah, you could have just missed it. So, but thanks, Ujjal. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. One option was there. Keep anyway. I clicked in that. So let me see.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Raval, I think like I think there's some issue with your internet, so you might have to download it once more. So that unconfirmed whatever CRD download, that error that you're seeing, I think it has to do with the internet.
Actually, it's showing different in my screen.
What is it? Can you share a screenshot? Anyway, so I think like we'll go ahead and actually try to. Yeah, so this is a permission issue, Abhirami. So you have to ask, like, I think the Microsoft Defender Smart Screen. I'm guessing there is some app which is preventing you to open apps in your laptop. So, but we'll look into this. So don't worry.
Have to get more info.
We'll
More
find.
Then it.
Anyway, so we'll go ahead now. So don't worry if you guys are having any issues with starting QGIS. It has mostly got to do with permission. You have to give permission to the app. It's totally fine. This session is recorded, so if you think you're going to miss out on it, don't need to worry because we're going to send it. So this session is being recorded and we'll send.
Solve this problem. One to one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we'll also take questions one to one, so that's absolutely fine. No need to worry about it. But for the timing, we'll just go ahead now. And the way I'm going to open it, like my is here in application. It's I think QGIS. I'll go ahead and click it. You guys go to that folder where you have downloaded it, and there you're going to see the QGIS the QGIS icon 3.44, and when you start, this is how it's going to look. Okay, now you might be thinking like, oh, I don't have this browser, I don't have this layer. That's totally fine. Let me close that. And I also don't have it. And the way you get these things, like this is a manage layers toolbar and all that, I'm going to show you that is you go to view. Okay, here that's view, and you come to panels, and panels, you see a browser panel. Click on that. Now we have a browser panel. Again, we are going to go to view, and you're going to go to toolbars, and I'm going to have a layers panel. Okay, so that's how you choose to show what you want. Okay, and if you are missing this manage layers toolbar, again come to view, toolbars, and I have this checked. I'll uncheck it just to show. See this goes away, I'll again come back, manage layers toolbar. You check that and it's back. That's one way. Any questions before we start again? Okay, so I'm going to repeat it once more. I'm going to uncheck everything. Wait. So there's nothing. So now all you have is this recent project thing, which I think everyone has it, hopefully.
So apply a very basic question.
Hmm.
So once you have downloaded QGIS,
Yeah.
where will I find it in my computer? First basic question.
Okay, so the first basic question, to answer the first question, is wherever you downloaded that that software. So whether it be C, so if you're a Windows user, if you're in C drive, so just go ahead there and you're going to see the QGIS icon. You're going to click on that and it's going to open QGIS on your system. Wherever you have downloaded that, wherever you have downloaded the QGIS, you can go to downloads and see where you have downloaded the folder.
Okay.
Is anyone else having any issues? Okay, so just to go ahead, I'll show this once more. So this is how the screen is going to look in the first instance. Okay, hopefully this is how it's looking in everyone's laptop or computer screen. Now, what I want to do. Are we on the same page here?
Yep, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is how it's going to look. And now you come to view, okay? Panels. We'll have the browser panel. And I'll tell you why we need these and not like, other stuff as well. I'll also tell you the why behind it, why we need these and the layers panel. And you'll see why. So the first thing I did was I went for the browser and the layers panel. Okay. And why I did it is because these are the two panels that you're going to use the most when you're using QGIS, because this is where you fetch the data and you also pull it for display. So that's why we are using the browser. The browser panel is where you browse the data, like where you have stored the data in your computer. And I'll show you how you do it. And then you put it in the layers panel for display. Okay. And I'll show you how you do that as well. So for the timing, we'll just focus on the browser and the layers panel. And we'll again go to the manage layers toolbar, which is this one. And you see the slight difference here. This is called panels. This is browser panel, layers panel, and this is toolbar. Okay, manage layers toolbar. So there's a slight difference between these three things, what all they do. So let me just uncheck this. So, if you don't have the manage layers toolbar, I'm going to show you once more. Go to view, toolbars, manage layers toolbar. Okay. So and you'll see the slight difference again, like this is panel and this is toolbar. Okay. And the difference is in toolbars, you actually have tools that you're going to use. While browser and layers are basically just panels from where you can just like the browser panel, what it'll do is that's the panel that we use to fetch the data. And the layers, why we are calling it panel, is something where you're putting something for display. So that's why these are called panels, the browser panel, layer panel, and this is called a toolbar because this has the tools for you to work on. So that's the slight difference. And now that you have this, we need some kind of data, okay? And one way of getting good data, and by data, I mean, can someone answer like what kind of data we are looking at here? Before we go ahead, just someone wants to give it a shot. Like what kind of data do they have in their mind?
It could be Excel file, shape file.
Yeah.
Downloaded satellite data, which can
Yeah, very good. Yeah, these are all the kind of data that we are going to look at. Like these are the kind of data. It's not going to be an Excel file because QGIS doesn't understand Excel. Okay, because QGIS doesn't understand that format. But So we're gonna look into the formats that QGIS supports. That's also a very important thing of QGIS,
But
the kind of
Purana,
data.
data Excel format with location names, will that?
Yeah.
that
So the extension cannot be Excel because QGIS doesn't understand Excel, but there's this extension called .csv. Has anyone heard this extension called .csv?
Yeah, use
Yeah.
in R also, an R and all.
Yeah, so .csv is something that QGIS understands. So if you're working on Excel, and which I think a lot of people do, Excel is the most commonly used software, data software. So if you're using Excel, always save it in .csv. But we'll see. Let's go ahead. And so one place where we're going to go where we're going to look for data is this website called Natural Earth. Okay, I'm going to share it with you guys. Don't worry, I'm going to share the link. Natural Earth. Control C. Just look in the chat. I'm sharing this link here. And what it is basically I'll go to home. And this website is managed by the North American Cartographic Association, North American Cartographic Information Society. They are the ones who manage this. And the kind of data, like why we came to Natural Earth is, it is a very good repository for all the country boundaries and all those things. If you're looking for any boundaries and all, this is the place to go. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll come to download, click on download. Okay. And then there's a large scale data, come to cultural. Okay. And you have countries. Okay. And you can also download countries from the point of view. And by point of view, I mean, say if you're from India and you want the map of Kashmir to be from the Indian perspective and not from, say, perspective of other countries, you'll go for this one, the download countries India POV. So like that, you can also use this one, download countries, but that will have Kashmir missing. So if you want the Kashmir thing, you come here. If you're from other, so it's like you're from France, you'll go from the France POV like that. Okay, so on and so forth. So go ahead and click on this. And yeah, I think mine is down.
Sir.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir. Which file type is supported by QGIS? It's not XLS.
Sorry, can you just come again, sir?
Which type of file type is supported by QGIS, if not Excel file?
So it's .csv. .csv. Have you heard about .csv, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
yes, sir.
yeah. So that's the file to use. Anyway, I have downloaded this, and what I will do now is come back to QGIS. Come back to QGIS, and now what we are going to do is, so if you have the browser panel here, okay, come to home, and I have downloaded it in downloads. Okay, I have downloaded in downloads. You click on download, and this is going to expand, and the file name was, I think, let me just check once. Yeah, NE10M. Okay, so I'm going to look for the NE10M folder. NE10M admin countries. Yeah. And by the way, if you, I'll just show you something here. You have to unzip it. Okay, so just double click on that. So it'll unzip the folder. Unzip. Yeah, and now you have the folder, and now it's showing 3. Okay. And the way you refresh it, say like if you have unzipped it and you want to see it here, and if it doesn't show up automatically, like in my case, it showed up automatically, but if it doesn't show up, then you hit refresh, and it's going to show you the present state of change. So I can see IND3. I'll go ahead. This is and you see .shp. And that's the extension for shapefile. And shapefile is something that is absolutely fundamental to QGIS. I'll go ahead and explain what is a shapefile. But for the time being, what I want you to do is, if you're here, if you have navigated to here, any 10M admin 0 countries India.shp, all I want you to do is click on that. Okay, click on that and drag it to your layers panel. And we have a map. I'll show it once more. We'll show the whole step once more from the beginning, what we did. So you're in the browsers panel. You come to downloads. I am coming to downloads because that is where I saved my file. So that's very important. Okay. You have to go, you have to navigate to that folder where you saved it. In Windows, it might be C drive, D drive, E drive, whatever. So you have to navigate to that folder itself. That's where you're going to find the file. And I'm going to come here. I'm going to look for that any10M folder. It's here. It's here. I'm going to click. And anytime in QGIS you see this triangle, that's when you have to click and expand. That means that you have to click on it to expand to see what all options you have. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to open up here, and this is the one that we want. Any 10M admin 0 countries India.shp. Okay. So you click on that and you drag it here, and this thing is going to open. Any questions?
Does it have coordinates, or we have to put the coordinates later on?
You can see the map itself, right? So it'll have some, so it'll have those coordinates, right? Can you see the map in your display?
Yes, we can see it, but do we need to we don't need to georeference it the way we do it in ArcGIS, I guess.
Yeah, if you don't need, if you have to, if you have to georeference it, so you won't be able to do the drag and drop itself because it's not going to turn up, right? Like, so the first step is to so if it's not a georeference data, you have to georeference it first. Otherwise, it's never going to support like any.
Oh yeah, because it's shapefile, yes.
Yeah. So I don't know what they do in ArcGIS, so I won't be able to comment on that, like how they do it. But like if you have to load any type of data, and by the way, I'll get into what kind of data that we are looking at right now. It's called the vector data. I'll explain what's a vector data. But if you have to download any GIS format data in QGIS, this is how you do it. You drag it from the browser panel and you just drop it in the layers panel. That is the that's the shortcut. The long cut and the official way is, so you have this manage layers toolbar. Hopefully everyone has this manage layers toolbar. And now if you go, you see, you click on this. Okay. Normally the name pops up. I don't know why it's not showing in my screen right now, but you click on the first option, this one. Okay. Click on that, and that's called the vector layer. And another way of doing it is come to layer, add layer, and you see that's the same symbol, add vector layer. This is the short form, and this is another way of doing it, just in case you don't have the manage layers toolbar. So you can come here as well, add layer, add vector layer. You click on that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the same file. I'm going to go to downloads, any 10M countries, SHP, and you see there are other files as well, HTML, proj, dbf, shp, shx. So these are all supporting files. So for the SHP to work, you need these supporting files. Okay, this shx, prj, wbp. I won't get into the details of what all they are, like what all data they store. But what I'm going to tell you is this is like if you need the SHP to work, say you're sharing your data, like you worked on a map and you're sharing that shapefile with another researcher. If you don't share these files as well, the SHX, the PRJ, the DBF, then probably high chances the SHP won't work like in isolation. It works
Excuse
along
me,
with
sir. Can I ask something? Does QGIS read NetCDF format?
What format?
NetCDF.
Yeah,
NET.
yeah. We'll get into that, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll get into that, but
Okay.
we'll go with the basic. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and click on that, open, and add that. And it's pretty much the same file that we had earlier opened. So I'll just delete it. But I just wanted to show you the way, the official way, how you can do that. You can either from the layer or from here is the same thing, add vector layer. And we go here, vector data set, it's the same thing. And I'll delete that. And okay, so what's a vector data? We have been hearing this like this here, it says add vector layer here, it says add vector layer. Can anyone give it a shot? What is a vector data? What is a vector layer? What do you mean by a vector layer?
Any data which is in the format of point, polygon, or line.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. So
Linear.
yeah, so it's any data which is in the form of point, line, polygon, and all. Okay. But there's a subtle difference. And the subtle difference is a vector layer is something where you can immeasurably zoom in and it's not going to stretch. Okay. It's never going to stretch. And what I mean by stretch is, say if you have a .png file, okay, if you have a picture of yourself, try zooming in. And at certain moment, it's going to pixelate. Hopefully people can get what I'm saying. Like what I mean by pixelate is like it'll start. Sorry. Can participants please keep their microphone off? It's causing some problem to the class. So
like sir, please I'm saying like comma is of the or I want to learn now what is vector. I'm not able to hear you.
Okay, so what is vector? Yeah. Sir, you have a picture of yourself, right? Like like if you have clicked a picture of yourself, try zooming into that picture. Okay, the more you zoom in, because every picture has a resolution, right? It comes at a certain resolution. But the moment at a certain threshold, it will start pixelating. And can people understand what's the meaning of pixelate? Like when it starts blurring, okay, like it gets clunky. That's what differentiates a vector data from a raster data. A PNG file is a raster data. And what you're seeing is the shape file, why we call it a vector layer, it's never going to stretch. No matter how much you zoom, you keep zooming, you see there's no pixelation at all. And I'll show you when we are working with the raster data, you will see the difference, like how it works, the vector and the raster. For the time being, we are going to focus on this. And shapefile is one of the vector data formats. Okay. Anyone has any questions regarding the explanation of vector data?
Is raster data also accepted by QGIS? Is that
Yes,
a
raster data is also a form of GIS data that's accepted, and we're going to work on that in the last class. But we start with vector. We start with vector because that's the basic of GIS data formats. So shapefile that you see here .shp is one kind of vector format, vector data format. Okay. And like someone had initially at the class, he mentioned like, so vector data is mostly in the form of polygons. Like by polygon, I mean like a polygon is something which has multiple sides. That's the easiest explanation for what's a polygon. Or it can be in points, or it can be in lines. Okay. And we'll see. So right now it's great. Like we have a map now, but we need some actual data. Okay, we need some actual data. And for that, we're going to go to this NASA website, and I'm going to share the link with you. Just 1 minute. I'll share the link with you. Just go ahead and click on this link. And you're going to see this forms page by NASA. And the name is pretty straightforward, like Fire Information for Resource Management System. So we know that this data is going to be on fire fire. So what this data does is like NASA tries to track all the fire activities that's happening, like forest fire, it could be stubble fire, and it gives it in a point format. And that point is basically your latitude, longitude for that point, for every point. Okay. So that explains it. And if you come here, you'll see like all these, like there's a bunch of, very technical terms called MODIS, that's verse 375M, SNPP, there's verse 375M, NOAA, all these things. These are nothing but sensors that are fitted into the satellite. So these are just different sensors, that's it. Like the lens through which the satellite collects the data. Okay, this MODIS, verse, Landsat, all those things. And what we are going to do is we are going to come down here. And we already know what's a shapefile, so we'll ignore that. We'll also ignore the Google Earth KML. And by the way, if it's a shapefile, if it's a Google Earth KML, these are all part of the vector data. The one we are focusing on is the text file, CSV. Okay. And CSV is something, what I want to focus on is CSV is something that even, Excel understands. So that's why we're going to go with CSV, because a lot of people work with Excel. So hopefully it will find people will find this one useful. And what we are going to do is, so we're going to go for world, and we're going to go for this sensor. Okay, verse 375 SNPP. And why verse 375 SNPP? Because it's one of the oldest one. So you can also try MODIS, but according to NASA, the firm's 375 SNPP does a better job than MODIS. So we're going to go for SNPP. And we're going to go for SNPP because you also have this verse 375 NOAA 21. But this SNPP one is the oldest in terms in the verse version. This one has the oldest in terms of tracking data. So I think the NOAA 21 and NOAA 20, I think starts with 2020. But I think you also have this information here. Yeah. So if you see MODIS is the oldest, it's from November 2000 to July 2002 to present. 375 SNPP are currently available on 20th July 2012, and see NOAA 20 is April 2018, and so on and so forth. So the SNPP one is the one which is the oldest, and it's better than MODIS. So we'll go with the SNPP one. And you click on the 48 hours. Okay, the 48 hours. So just click on that and it will download. Let's give it some time.
Okay, can you explain what is the meaning of 48 hours, 7 days, 24 hours?
Yeah, so the 48 hours, 24 hours is basically 7 days. These are basically the timeline for the data that is stored. Okay, so if you're going for 48 hours, so that means so they have downloaded the data for the last 48 hours. Okay, it's like that, so on and so forth. For 7 days, it will be, I think, from now, I think today is 7th. So count back 7, 6, like that. So for 1 week, it's like that from the day that you're seeing. Okay.
Which file did you download it? I couldn't.
So I downloaded the 48 hours.
Which one?
So verse 375.
Can you point to the file?
Yeah.
A link.
Yeah, the verse 375. So do you have this link, sir?
Yes. I'm on that link.
Okay, so if you come down, the last option is the text file CSV.
Okay, I'm there.
And there's a second column, the verse 375 SNPP, 48 hours.
Okay.
Word. Okay.
First one. Okay.
Yeah. So now you have the CSV as well. And now we'll see how you can import, CSV. Now the CSV one, now let's see what happens if, say, so this, I just check the file name on the Swami verse. Okay. So if we go navigate to Swami.
So just for the sake of clarification, Pulaha.
Yeah.
So till now we have downloaded 2 sets of data.
Yeah.
One is the country level data. Okay, and the data of fire incidents across the world.
Yeah.
The last 48 hours.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So we have two data sets right now. And let's see, like, let's drag and drop this in the layers, and you see nothing happens. You see nothing happens, right? But that's because you have to explicitly tell QGIS this time, like, okay, so this data format is in CSV. Okay, it's not a shapefile that QGIS will automatically, process it. You have to explicitly nudge CSV. Like in layman's term, that if I have to explain it that way, like why nothing happened when, like, unlike say shapefile or something that we can just drag and drop, in CSV's case, it doesn't work. Okay, because the drag and drop won't work. Why? Because you have to explicitly tell QGIS that the format is in CSV. And the way we do that is, I'm going to delete this file, is if you come to manage layers toolbar, this one, add delimited text layer. You can do this, or you can come to layer and add layer, add delimited text layer. This is the one. Okay, add delimited text layer. The file name, I think it's going to be Suomi verse. Yeah, 48 hours. Open. And see, it automatically detects. And very important, if people have this DMS coordinates checked, please uncheck it. And the geometry CRS has to be the EPSG 4326 or the project CRS. If you're opening QGIS for the first time, there are high chances that you won't see this 4326 option. So in that case, just do the project CRS or the default CRS. And by the way, I'll get into what these means, what is the CRS. We'll get into that, but for the time being, just go for project or default. Okay, I'll go for the project CRS. And I'll click on add. And
One question, sir.
Yeah.
The data that has been downloaded, what kind of data is it exactly?
So very good question. If you see, let's just open the data. Okay, very good question. So you have the CSV. Let's open it in Excel. And let's see what I can also show you like how it looks from QGIS itself, but let's just go through the data itself once. So you see it has the latitude, it has longitude, and it has a bunch of other things as well, day, night, FRP, and all version confidence. And we'll get into that, what all these columns, what all they mean, and how they have acquired. So like this is the date, like when they have acquired it for the last 48 hours. But this is the data format, okay. And all these are basically points. I'll show you once more the step again, how we got it here. But let me just go through like what you're seeing on your screen. And what you're seeing on your screen is like, every circle that you see is biomass fire that NASA has identified from space. Every point that you see here is a fire activity data point. If that answers your question, ma'am. Okay, and I'll show you.
Once again, you said it's biomass data.
Yeah. So when you are biomass.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's fire data. So like fire data from a lot of things, right?
Oh, fire data.
Fire. Yeah, fire.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes, it's understood.
Yeah. If you see the web page again, it's called Fire Information for Resource Management System. Okay. So as the name suggests, it's so what I'll suggest is, like, if you want more documentation on this page, just go to the NASA website, this NASA website, and they have a very good documentation page where they say like what all this data is about. But in a nutshell, if you want to ask me, this is basically fire activity data. Okay, so this can be forest fire. This can be fire from, say, stubble that we see in India, like if you're in Southeast Asia, like when you're cutting agriculture, like, once the season starts, so you put it on fire. So that's stubble fire as well. So those kind of fire from the, some oil and natural gas, plant like that kind of fire. But mostly forest fire, stubble fire, like that.
Okay. Thank you. But with regard to rainfall data, there is another website for that to download the data?
Sorry, download
The rainfall data.
rainfall.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are other websites as well. But for the time being, see that. So what I'm trying to teach you in this class is like the basics of GIS, like how to start handling data itself. It doesn't matter what kind of data it is. It can be a fire data, it can be rainfall data, it can be data on temperature. So those things are secondary right now. Okay. What I would like you guys to focus on is like just handling any kind of data format. Okay. So it
Okay,
doesn't
thank
matter
you.
what kind of data we are looking at. What matters is how we are going to, work on that data.
Just a quick question. Could you please repeat the delimited text? How did you added the data actually? I'm
Yeah.
unable to add it.
Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and so what you do is you come here, sir, manage layers toolbar. You have this. Do you have this?
Yes.
Yeah. So you click on
I have
that.
reached. I have reached to the file also, but I'm
Yeah.
unable to add it. Like,
Yeah. So just go. So add delimited text layer, file name. Okay. This one. Open.
done.
And it automatically detects the X field and the Y field.
Yes.
In your case, longitude, latitude.
Yes. It is.
Is DMS coordinates checked or
It's unchecked.
It's unchecked. And what about the geometry CRS?
Invalid projection.
Yeah, so you have to turn it to project CRS. Do you have the option of project CRS?
Yes. Project CRS I have.
Yeah, so just click on the project CRS and go ahead.
Done.
Just click on add. Okay.
But the ad still remains like it can't be done. It's
Can you just share a screenshot?
okay.
So the ad is basically disabled right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just share a screenshot with me.
Okay.
So is your screen looking like this? Is in a CSV format? Have you selected this file name?
Yes, I have actually selected the file name. So after that, it's asking for the format. It is CSV.
Mhm.
Then record and field outputs are checked for the first record, and detected files are checked. Two are checked.
So
Then
just
yeah.
1 minute, 1 minute. So someone has shared. I think Nandita has shared. So you can see. So geometry definition, it has to be point coordinates. Okay.
Okay, that's
Point.
it.
It is.
Yeah.
And then I just have to add.
Walk you through. Let me just walk you through. So just let me know what all is missing. Okay. So in the file format, you have CSV, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me go to the record and all. So the first record as field names. So you just
Correct.
keep to checked. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Now come to geometry definition. It's point coordinates. So you'll have the longitude and latitude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and DMS is unchecked.
Please excuse me here. In the X field, it is written track.
In the X, yeah. So X field it has to be longitude and Y field has to be latitude.
Okay, I'm changing it.
And then DMS is
Just 1 minute.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
X is now longitude and Y is latitude.
Yeah.
Now the ad is visible.
Yeah, so just go ahead and add it.
Yes, I did.
And
now it's showing.
okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank
There's
you.
one more question from Ujjal.
Okay.
We didn't have the panel on the left, so this panel.
Okay, I'll show. I don't worry, Pujal. Any more questions? Like, was everyone able to add it?
I can't add it. It just I've checked
Okay.
DMS.
Okay, so Nandita, so your geometry definition first go to point coordinates. I can see the screenshot that you had shared. You don't
Yeah.
you don't have
I
it.
put point coordinates now, and it says X longitude, Y latitude.
Yeah, so that's fine. Then you have the DMS coordinates as unchecked.
Yeah.
And what about the geometry CRS?
Invalid projection.
Yeah, so you have to go for project CRS.
Project CRS. Okay.
Yeah.
And now I have to add it?
Yeah, just add it now. Does it work?
No.
What is it showing?
1 minute. I think I've zoomed out too much. I can't.
Okay.
I think I've lost my map.
So what you have to do is just see control plus.
Okay, 1 minute. Command plus.
Minus, and that will zoom in or zoom out. Control plus, if you're in Windows, if you're on Apple, then it's command minus plus. So that
Okay.
helps in zooming in. If you're not using a map, if you're not using a mouse.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah. So, and does it show the circles?
1 minute. Lost it again. How is there a way to control this more easily?
Yeah, so okay, so let me walk you through the accessibility, and that's for everyone basically. So I should have shown it, my mistake. So what you do is, like, in order for you, say like if the map is like this now, okay, and you want to come back, what you have to do is, like, if you're not using a mouse, is like you go to your trackpad and you just keep zooming in. And say like when you're trying to zoom in, this goes out of screen again. What you have to do is you have to click on the space bar, and then hold the mouse track and bring it like this and pan it according to your convenience. And you have to zoom again, command or control plus, command or control minus, but say this again goes out of the A. Hold your space bar, hold the space bar and click on the trackpad again and bring it in accordingly. Okay, hold the space bar and bring it in accordingly. So
I've shared a screenshot.
On a layer, there will be a, you can click or right click and you can zoom to the layer also.
Hello?
Yeah, I've shared a screenshot.
Yeah, share a screenshot. Let me see. Yeah, but that's because I don't know how you are importing this in the first place. Just 1 minute. Let me just add it myself. Let me see. Yeah. So what you have to do is you're not being able to add it properly. You have to come to the add delimited text. Are you there? Are you there? You see, like they are detecting it as a point. As a point. That's if it's coming as if the sign here is a book, then that means the CSV can't read it. So you have to
I come to add delimited layer.
Yeah, you just click on that.
Yeah.
On that option. Here's the file name. Okay.
Yeah.
Click on that Suomi verse. Open again. The file format is CSV.
ESV.
The geometry definition is point coordinates. X field longitude, Y field latitude, DMS unchecked, geometry CRS is project CRS, not invalid.
Project CRS, X
Yeah.
is longitude, Y is latitude.
And you can see the sample data. Can you see the sample data? Is it
Yeah,
showing?
I can see the sample data.
Yeah, so everything remains the same. You don't have to do anything else. Just go ahead and just click on add.
Okay. It's still not showing.
I'll take it up with you. Let me just see it. Let me just see. So you have the X field and the Y field as latitude, right? Longitude and latitude.
Yeah.
Are you sure, like, you have the X field as longitude and the Y as, and not the other way around? Like the Y is longitude, not the other way around, right?
Yeah, X is lat. Okay, let me try this again. 1 minute. Okay, I've added it.
I'll take it up. Don't worry. I'll take it up with you like after the class. You can mail it to me. It's absolutely fine. And this video is being recorded, so not an issue. So anyway, now we have the data, we have the country map, and we have the data. And can you see something here? So can anyone tell me what's looking like a hotspot in the world right now? Where do we have the most fires happening? Anyone wants to give it a shot?
It is around
Asia.
India, some
The northeast
south
of the India.
Yeah, India.
Northeast.
Northeast. Okay, if you say so, sir.
Southeast of China,
North
southeast of
America.
China,
China, yeah.
and in some European countries, it is
And some European countries, yeah.
Latin America.
Latin America, yeah.
Western Africa and Central Africa.
Yeah. So this is all good. We can make assumptions like India could be the highest, or some other region could be the highest, but we want to get into the specifics, and that is the most powerful thing that you can do in QGIS. We don't talk in assumptions. We want to know actually which country has the most fire activities happening, reporting the most number of fire activities in the last 48 hours. That's the kind of specific that you can get into with QGIS. And what I'm going to do is, for that to happen, what we are going to do now is we are going to quantify this point data into something where it gives us a data format in terms of like, okay, here's the country, and this is the number of fire activities that was detected. Okay, so that's the kind of thing that we are going to do, quantify spatial data. And by spatial data, I mean like spatial data is anything that has to do with space. Okay, like the space that you are cohabiting, it can be your country, it can be a room, anything. As long as it has to do with space, it's called spatial data. And right now we're going to quantify the spatial data. And the way to do that is come to vector here. You see this vector option. Click on the vector option. Analysis tools, count points in a polygon. Okay, I'll show it once more. Come to vector, analysis tools, count points in a polygon. Okay, click on that, and something like this opens, this pop-up, and here this is what's important. So a lot of people get confused, like which layers should we choose for what. And you see the polygon, your polygon is going to be your the country shape file. Okay, any 10M admin 0 countries IND. And as the name suggests, it's looking for a polygon, like the country boundary or something, a polygon, like something which is closed, not a line or a point. And here you have the points data, which is the raw data, the fire data that we are looking at, points. And the count field name is this. And what are we going to do? What kind of mathematical step are we going to take? This is okay. No, so you don't need that. My bad. Count field name is that column name that you are going to give. Like you can give it anyone. I'll just keep it to num points. You can change it to whatever you want. You can say fire activities or something like that. And what it does is basically, as the name says, count points in a polygon. So like in India, it's actually going to count the number of points. Okay, so that's what we mean by the count option. Hopefully everyone knows what count option is. Like if they've worked in Excel, they'll be knowing what count does. And that's exactly what we're going to do here as well. So I'm going to click on run now. And it's going to do some, processing itself. Just give it some time.
Excuse me, could you please repeat the step because I missed what you did in the.
Don't worry. Also, is everyone else getting an error?
Yes, I got the same error.
Yeah, it's the same error. Is everyone getting this error? So we are on the same page with the error, right? Like everyone's getting this error, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So what it says is like there's some error which is basically please fix the geometry or change the invalid feature filtering option. Some fancy jargon that I won't get into but what I'm going to tell you is like how you can fix this error. And specifically this error is something that you're going to encounter a lot when you're working on QGIS. Specifically this feature 158, the please fix geometry or change invalid feature filtering. Okay. And what's happening right now is basically maybe this shapefile was edited earlier, and maybe because of that, there's some invalid geometries sort of problem that the shapefile has. So I'll show you how to fix it and the way you do that. And you can delete this for the timing. This is an invalid one, so we don't need it. So just delete. And the way you delete this layer, this count layer, is come here, remove layer group, and just click on that. Okay. And don't worry, I'm going to show the count step as well. But first, so what we are going to do here from step by step is, first we're going to fix the shape file so that it's in a proper shape for it to do that count application. Okay, so step by step. And the first thing we are going to do now to fix this shape file is, okay, so before I go ahead, so there'll be a couple of clicks that I'll be doing. Don't worry, this is a recorded session. High chances that you won't get it at the first step, like, because you're not familiar with how the format is with QGIS, the interfaces with QGIS. So don't worry, but just try to follow along. It's absolutely fine if you don't get it at the first go, but don't get phased out. We all started from this level, so it's absolutely fine. I also had the same issue when I was starting out. How can I remember so many steps? But you do it so many number of times that you just memorize it. When it becomes involuntary. Okay. So that's how you master QGIS. The more you do QGIS, the more you're going to remember all the steps that's involved in whatever you're trying to do. So the way now, so the first step is, like, now we are going to fix the shapefile, and for that to do, you come to this option called processing. Okay, click on processing, and processing will open up all these options. Come to toolbox, and search for check validity. Okay, and I have this check validity. Is everyone here? I'll show it once more what you have to do. Come to processing. Processing is here between mesh and window. Processing, toolbox, and check validity. Processing, toolbox, and then search for check validity. This is the first step. Okay. So I'll click on check validity. And the input layer. So how do you know which layer we want? And the logic behind that is, we are trying to fix the shape file. We're not trying to fix the fire data. The fire data is, there's no problem. But we are trying to fix the shape file because it had a problem with the polygon. If you remember the message, it clearly said polygon. So that's how we know that we are trying to fix the shape file and not the raw data, the fire data. So we're going to click on Any10M admin, and we are going to click on run. Okay, and it does something, processed something, and it also created 3 files: valid output, invalid output, error output. Before I go to the next step, any questions regarding this? It's totally fine if you don't get it. If you didn't get it in the first go, don't worry. This is a recorded session, so you'll have the video again. But before I go ahead to the next step, anyone had any issues regarding this, like the check validity? Okay, so now you might ask, like, what is check validity? Why we did what we did? And the reason behind it is basically, first we asked, so if you have to explain it, basically what we did was we asked QGIS to first detect what's the problem, what's causing this error in the first place. Like when we're trying to do some count, or if we're trying to do anything for that matter, why are we getting this error, this invalid geometry error? And that's what QGIS did. It checked like what is the error, and it created 3 files. There's a valid output, invalid output, error output. Okay, but it doesn't stop there. There's one more step to it. which is now that the problem has been detected, now go ahead and fix that error. So for that, we are going to fix the shapefile. What we have to do again is, instead of check validity, look for fix geometries. Fix geometries. Okay. So now you have the fixed geometries here. Click on fixed geometries, and for the input, we are again going to go for any 10M0 admin. None of this valid output, invalid output, or error output. Any 10M admin 0 countries. Okay. And the repair, you don't have to change anything else. Just input layer has to be your any 10M admin. And then you click on run. And it's going to do something. And it's going to do close. Okay. And it creates a file called fixed geometries. So let's see if this fixed geometries thing now does it work. Like,
Could you please repeat this one step again?
I'll just like, let me just show it to everyone, and then again I'll show the steps. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So the fixed geometry, now it has created the fixed geometries. Now let's see if this works. So I'll again go to vector. And for people who had missed out on how we did that count, this is where the step is. Like, we go to vector analysis tool, count points in polygon. Okay. And fixed and this is the one. Like, now that we have fixed the shapefile, this is the fixed geometries one. For the polygon, we are going to go for fixed geometries. For points, we are going to go for the fire data. Okay, for the fire data. And then you click on run. You can ignore this. There's no spatial index exists. If everyone's getting that, you can ignore that. But let QGIS do the processing.
While we are waiting, there's a orange colored warning there, no spatial index exists. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
you can ignore that, sir. You can ignore that.
Hi,
Hi.
I just have a question. So I tried downloading QGIS on my personal laptop. Since it's a Mac, when I tried to download the fire data, it just opened a page, like it's not downloading anything. It's showing me all of that data on a web page, like all the numbers and everything.
So, are you trying to download the CSV file?
Yes, I went to the CSV 48 hours for Word, and
Okay.
instead of downloading, it just opened a web page with all of that data.
I'll just take it up with you. Like, just send me a mail. I'll take it up with you after
Sure.
the class. Let me just
Sure.
go ahead. Yeah. But thanks for pointing it out. So now, yeah. So this, now it says execution completed in whatever like seconds, and algorithm count points and polygon finished. Great. So hopefully it should work now, and I think it should work. Yeah. Because how did I know that it worked? Because we did not get an error. It's as simple as that. Because we did not get an error, I'm guessing hopefully everything is fine. And it creates a file. But what we have to do now is, let's see. Now, how do you see data within the file itself? How do you see that? And the way you do that is click on right click, count, open attribute table. And now you see you have Indonesia. And let's see if we have that column name num point. Yeah, you see, this is the one that we are looking for, 306. This is the one. So before I go ahead, and this is how you see the data itself as well. Like, you right click on that file, and then you go to open attribute table. I'll show it once more. Count. This is the file where the data is stored now, like all the, count of fire activities for every country. Amar, I'll get back to you. I'll just open attribute table, and this is how you see. And before now we go ahead, just tell me like what questions do we have? Amar had a question, right? Yeah, please.
Yeah. In the processing toolbar, when I search fixed geometry, it's a drop-down menu. So do we have to pick the
Yeah. So in the processing, what you do is to toolbox, fixed geometries,
Yeah.
the input layer has to be the input layer.
No, but in mine, the fixed geometry is a drop down. There is no like.
Yeah, I can't also double click that.
Yeah. We have to pick a certain geometry to fix, I think.
So you're not getting this fixed geometry.
No, the one below it. That's the one I
This
can see.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it has
Oh,
many.
you have typed the entire name, then you can see it. I got the same
To
problem.
write down the whole thing, this is the one. Fixed geometries is the one that you have to look for. Not densify by count, not densify by count, or split self-intersecting geometries. Just write down the full name.
Okay.
Write
Yeah.
down the name. Yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no issues.
Thanks.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So what is the input? What is the input layer that I should select in the fixed
Fixed geometry.
geometries?
Yeah, so the fixed geometries, the input layer has to be your any 10M admin 0 countries, not the count. The count is what you get after you do that count. So just like remember step by step. And before we do the count in the check validity as well as in the fixed geometries, like every time you have to select this one only, the any 10M admin 0 countries, which is going to create a fixed geometry file. Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Economics or psychology or
Keep the Mr. Sushil, can you please keep the can you please keep a microphone on mute?
Yes, what's next?
Yeah, so after that, like once you have done that, like once you have fixed fixed the file, and you have
whether you can apply for ICIDR.
Sushil, can you please keep your phone on mute, microphone on mute, Sushil?
And or you can also try in ISI.
I think you can mute him from your end.
If is not good, then it will be difficult. But
Yeah, thank you. So, so like we have created this count file now, okay? And what we are going to do now is we're going to export this file so that we understand what the data is. Okay, we are not exporting the map itself.
Just excuse me. We were in the process of rectifying the error. So I'm not getting the count file. I'm just behind one step. So could you just
Okay, so for the count file, okay, great. So the count file now, you come to vector, sir. Vector analysis tools, count points in a polygon. And for the polygon, you're going to select fixed geometries. And for the points, you're going to select the fire data, okay? The polygons has to be a fixed geometries file that was created after that fixed geometry step. And your points is going to be your fire data, okay?
All right.
And then you click on run, okay?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Just go ahead, and in the meantime, what I'll show is now the final thing is now, okay, so now we have the data, but it also needs to make sense. And for that to make sense, first we need to see what the data is, right? And for that to see, what I'll do is come to count, right click on the file count, export, save features as. The format is comma separated values. Click on this dot, the 3 dots, and I'll say fire activities. hours. Okay, I'll save it. And now what you do is we don't need so many columns, right? We just need 2 columns. We just need the country column and we just need the num point, which is this column, okay? And we're going to deselect, and the way you do that is deselect all, okay? And then I think the admin, I think this is the admin name, which is the name of the okay, so we have name as well. So go for this name. That will be the name of the country column. I'll deselect this admin thing. So if you're looking for name, you have to just scroll down a little bit. It'll be under BRK diff. That name has been selected. Again, we'll scroll down and we'll go for num points. Num points has been selected because we don't want so many columns, right? We just need the num points and the name of the country. And Ujjwal, I'll take your question. Just 1 minute. I'll just take your question. And we're going to click on OK. And something here happens. So we'll see like what where like I saved it in desktop. Let's see. Select cell. Okay, so now we have Indonesia 306, Malaysia 78, like that. So now let's see if India actually was having the most number of fire activities. Then you click on filter. Oh, so it's Australia. Okay, so so Australia and Mexico right now have the most, like more than India. But there's an outlier in Russia. I don't know why Russia is reporting so many fires. But this is the kind of analysis that you can do. Like you can get into the specifics. We actually thought it would be India, but turns out it's Australia. So this is the kind of specifics. I'll take questions now.
Could
Before,
you
yeah,
could you share the save vector one? Like how to save the report, how to
how to save it? Yeah.
get details on the count file. Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions before I show the step?
Ujjwal has a question.
Yeah, Ujjwal, please go ahead.
He has posted on chat.
Okay, I'll just check with the chat. What is the need for GIS to find out which countries you can do that from CSV, Excel, what values QGIS adding? What values like okay, I'll tell you on which email can we share our issue because I'm not getting that add option. Okay, any more? Okay, so Ujjwal, yeah, so why I said like what is like CSV is a very good question. Like, why do we need CSV, right? So the thing is like sometimes what happens is, and this involves a bit of Excel workout as well. Like one CSV file might have the data, but it won't have the latitude, longitude. Okay. So that time you might have to add two columns like that. So that's when you need the, like what you do is a VLOOKUP to add the two columns and then you go ahead and do it. And another reason for us to show you why CSV is because CSV is a little tricky when it comes to loading how the data is. You saw all the steps that we went through for the CSV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like, so what I'm trying to do here in this class is trying to get you guys used to as many data formats as possible. So today we looked into .shp and .csv.
Sorry, the question was about not about CSV, but more
Yeah.
about QGIS. I was trying to understand the kind of analysis that we were doing. I know this is a simplistic example.
Okay, QGIS so that CSV that you are seeing, like if you see the raw CSV, it only has latitude and longitude, right? It doesn't have the countries.
Okay.
Okay, if that answers your question.
Yeah, so it's combining two different sets of data.
So now we know that Australia has the most number of fire activities.
Okay.
The raw data, like in the CSV, you can do that filtering, but it'll only give you like latitude, longitude. So you can't make out which country would have the most number of fire activities.
Okay.
If that answers your question, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay, and okay, so
Yes, I have shared a screenshot. I didn't get the name field in that. See the screenshot.
So are you trying to so you have to save the count file. Are you trying to save the count file?
No, I just did what you said for the analysis.
So that would be the count. So what we're trying to save is the count file because your count file has the data, and the count file.
Yes, I was working on count file only. We have to go to vector and then.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. I'll show you something. Just see this. Just see your screen. In the count file, open attribute table.
Correct. I did that. Yes.
So
yes.
Is your data like this? Indonesia has admin 0 like this. All these?
No. Land. Minin, zoom, num points, scale, rank.
So you have downloaded the continents data set. We are looking into countries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this while
In fact,
I
what you
mean,
have to do is now, what you have to do is just download the countries, and then you would just follow the steps. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll show you the. So I'll. Someone just asked like, how can we save the count file? And for that is like to save the count file, you click on right click, export, save feature as, and if you don't want so many columns, just deselect all, and then come here, name, and the last one is num points, and you save it here. Like, and this is very important. If you don't save it,
So there are lots of name files. So which name should I save?
so the first one, I think this one is the BRK div, the first name that comes, name after BRK div. Okay.
I have no single name file. It's name AR, name BN, name DE.
Sorry?
I have all the files like related to name which are additional. Like there is not a single name solely file. There are name dash AR, name underscore BN.
Yeah, so you're looking at something else, like, so the name dash BR and all that. What you have to do is you go on top, and then you just scroll down, and the first name option that comes, that is the name that you're looking at. Okay?
Okay.
Name. This is the first.
Yeah, I got it now. Yes.
Yeah. So just go ahead and just like the file name, you just save your file name here and then hit OK. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll end the session here. So we have two more sessions, and we'll look in depth. And the next session we are going to we are going to export the map itself. I just do some styling as well. But for the time being, like today, so like you learned a lot, by the way. Like you learned how to quantify spatial data. So you did a very good job. Just don't get phased out if you couldn't follow all the steps. That's totally fine. We all do that. I had to stumble a lot when I was learning QGIS, so that's totally fine. I'll stop sharing my screen now.
There is just one message that I would like to share. What we have done so far is that you were able to use QGIS to extract data from NASA's website. Okay, that was that data on the political boundaries at country level data. Okay, and secondly, you also were able to use QGIS to extract data on the fire points, active fires, isn't it, Kula?
Yeah.
So we did two things, and what you also did was, now you're able to get an idea about the exact number of incidences happening across the world at country level. Okay. Now, if you have to tell a story out of it, now the story will be different from person to person. For example, if I'm in Australia, I'm a reporter in Australia, I can use this data to tell a story about Australia and fire incidents, saying that the country has the highest number of forest incidences in the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
That's one story that we have been able to come out, use and do this based on this data set. Secondly, if I'm in India, okay, so you can tell a different story on India based on this.
You can do it state-wise.
Yes,
like
state-wise also.
state-wise.
Yeah. So that's number two. Secondly, you can also do stories at continent level. So the idea is now you are able to use this tool to extract data, quantify it, and then communicate your perspective with using these numbers. That's the message. So you have learned a tool. Well, it's just a beginning, but the idea is along with the tool, you're also able to convey a story on the data that you have been able to extract from this tool. That's a direct message. As I told you, that you're all other communicators, could be a researcher, we could be a policy person, but the purpose of doing this is to use data to tell a story or to tell the larger message. Okay, and I hope that we have got that message right over here.
Yeah.
But yes, we have people who have had difficulty in downloading the tool. We do understand their frustration as well.
Yeah.
But just be patient. And I was asking Pulaha to
I'll just share
a short manual on this, which will have a step-by-step process. And I'm sure that by the end of this, that will be very useful to you. Okay. So just be patient. And one more message. you can post your queries on discussion forum in the Moodle platform. That's number one. But you can also send a mail to me or to my colleague Susan Chapo, who had been interacting with you through emails. Okay? And we'll ensure that your queries get answered in a day. That's a message. Okay. Yeah.
I'll try to answer as many queries that
So,
in case I just miss it.
I
it's
have
so-
a question, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karen, madam, I have a question.
Sure.
What data we have actually gone through is actually a structured data which has mentioned the longitude and latitude.
Yeah.
But when we are working in a real scenario, is
Mhm.
it possible in our Indian setup, because we are doing it in India? So is
Yeah.
it possible that IHAP data or IDSP data, all there are longitude and latitude are tagged, and we get this kind of GIS information within
I have to see
after
the
that?
yeah, so I have to see myself the kind of data that like what organizations are these?
These are government of Indian organization where all the data of the patients has been stored.
Yeah, so
Where
and what
we as a doctor, we
is
as
it?
a doctor, we use the GIS software is like that okay, in West Bengal there is a dengue outbreak. So we will follow the GIS mapping where the outbreak is happening the most of the time. So we
Yeah.
have to get the
So
mitigative measures at that point of view.
yeah, just listen to me, sir. Is it in what format? Is it in district? Is it like that, like district wise
State
data?
wise, sir. State wise, sir, and district wise data.
Yeah, so if it's district-wise data, all you have to do is find the latitude, longitude, make it, save it as a, so you have the latitude, longitude. So that's like one point. So on every point would be a dengue case outbreak in that state. And all you have to do is just save it as a CSV and just load it like how I showed you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
If it's district wise, so like the latitude longitude of the district, right? So like if it's Bardhaman, so Bardhaman, so you just do a simple Google search like Bardhaman latitude longitude, and you have that latitude longitude of Bardhaman, and that will show like one point. So, but like just for the time being, you have just started it out. So just give it some time. It's absolutely. I know you have a lot of ideas going on in your head. Just 1 minute. I'm just answering. You'll have a lot of ideas in your head, but just like I will get into more such steps like how you can load other data sets as well. You'll get an idea what I'm talking about.
Yes, somebody else wanted to ask
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, hello, sir. Actually, I missed for 10 minutes at the beginning. So I downloaded the software, but I'm not entering because I could not start. That is the problem, actually.
Yeah, that's fine, sir. Just let us know what you have my mail ID, right? I've shared it in the chat. Just mail it to us, like with a screenshot, what exactly is the problem that you are encountering, and we'll help you out step by step. That's absolutely fine. And this session is being recorded, right? So even if you weren't able to, like get all the steps, it's absolutely fine. This session is being.
But this session is recorded and I will get it, no?
Yeah.
Then I can follow it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming to
Thank
our
you,
first
everyone.
live session. There are 2 more to go. Looking forward to the next one. We'll see.
Sir, just one question. From where the country's data we got? Because I got the
Natural Earth.
natural Earth. There are four to five links. Which one? Natural Earth Quick Start Kit.
Just see it yourself. There's a link that I shared, right?
Okay.
Let's just go to the natural earth. Just go to the natural earth and just see it yourself. There are a lot of options there. You'll have the country data as well. It's pretty easy.
Is it Natural Quick Start Kit?
No, nothing like that. It's called Natural Earth. That's the website that we used.
Yeah, website. I opened the website. In
Yeah.
that, which data?
We are looking for country data, sir. So go to downloads. There's the downloads option, right?
Yes, I'm in the download section.
So if you're the download section, come to the first one which says cultural, like long,
culture, medium, large scale data, then medium scale data.
We have this as a recorded session. You'll have this as a recorded session. You don't need to fret so much about that. We have it as a
Okay.
recorded session. You'll get it. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
One thing, you can also mail to Pulaha.
Yeah.
Okay, and he can also answer your query one by one. So,
Okay.
so don't worry. So we don't understand.
Don't worry. Yeah. So don't worry. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah. So yes.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
This is recorded session, so you'll get it. Don't worry.
So if you have any kind of problem, you just mail it to us. We'll answer the queries. So don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. Okay. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.